Welcome back. Donald Trump getting into another contentious feud this week. The GOP frontrunner sparred with Univision anchor Jorge Ramos at a news conference and temporarily gave him the boot out of the conference. The shouting match making headlines as Donald Trump continues to make waves with voters. The latest Quinnipiac poll shows him gaining 9 points, garnering more than double the support of second-place contender Dr. Ben Carson. We're going to bring back our panel here: Ed Rollins, Judith Miller, Stephen Sigmund. What do you think that told us, this upset that he had with Jorge Ramos?
Well, Trump has dominated since June 16th, the day he announced he's dominated the Republican field. And what he's done is he's diminished the serious candidates in the sense of not allowing them to move forward. Bush is now way behind. Walker is eliminated almost in Iowa. And so my sense is, is he going to win this thing? I don't think so. But is he going to basically put a bunch of people together? It's 25-30% leading the polls. Is he going to start demanding things in a platform? Is he damaging us with Hispanic voters? These are irreparable things that we can't get back. And my sense is he's hurting the ticket immeasurably at this point in time.
Well, I mean, at this point, after the comments he made about Mexico and the immigrant situation, you would think that Latinas are not fans, but we have the numbers here from the latest poll showing that only 51% of that community disapprove of him. You would think it would be much higher, Judy.
Well, you think it would be, and I suspect it would be, if he succeeds in getting the nomination, which I don't think is going to happen. But I don't see how, when you had Mitt Romney, who only won 26% of the Hispanic vote last time and lost the election in part because he did so poorly with Hispanics, how you can continue to alienate 50,000 new voters every month and win an election, a general election. But he is doing incalculable damage to the brand. Yeah. He's forcing Jeb Bush to talk about anchor babies. He is really inflicting a lot of damage. He's doing the Democrats' work for them.
Is that what you're saying, that he's inflicting damage on the ticket?
Absolutely. Why didn't Bush step up and say, my wife is from Mexico, my children are Mexican children?
Yeah.
That was his perfect position. Mexico is one of our best neighbors. Mexico and Canada are two greatest friends in the world. And why are you insulting these people? We need that vote long term. I'm an old man and I'll be dead and gone. But at the end of the day, Republicans are never going to win the presidency if they don't get a larger Hispanic.
Well, it's interesting that you say this. And Steve, I want to get your take on this, because Peggy Noonan this weekend, in her op-ed, the title is "America is so in play." And the point of the article is basically that the base is changing. And the establishment of the GOP does not see who America is right now, Stephen.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the problem here. And that's why Jeb Bush, instead of reacting the way he should have reacted, doubled down on anchor babies, right? Because the phenomenon here is so unpredictable to the Republican Party and so unpredictable to what's happening. When you think every time he says something, frankly idiotic, or does something like this, that he's going to implode. I mean, when you watch that debate 2 weeks ago, he didn't know anything. I mean, the bluster was not about being politically incorrect. It was about the fact that he couldn't actually answer the question. But it didn't seem to matter. And that, I think, is what is making it so scary and unpredictable for Republicans like Jeb Bush. And instead of running their race, they're doubling down on his race.
So he's a Dem's dream to run up against Hillary, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's not going to be the nominee. But more importantly, he's driving the conversation right now and driving huge amounts of the electorate towards Democrats. It was exactly my point earlier, that it's the reason Hillary Clinton, even when she's had a disastrous summer, would still be elected president if the election were today.
But your point and Peggy's point is the establishment doesn't understand. The establishment that put in McCain and Romney and what have you did not understand the Tea Party put in the Congress. The Tea Party and the evangelical movement is very much a strong part of this party.
Right.
They're outsiders. They're not insiders. They're not the money people. They're not the billionaires. But they care deeply about this party and the values. He's tapping into that. Now, at the end of the day, the promises he's making, I'm going to get rid of all the gangs in America. That's just where are you going to put him?
First of all, he said he's the king of the tax code.
And he's going to raise taxes on hedge fund guys, those bad hedge fund guys. He sounds like Bernie Sanders.
Right. All right, we'll take a short break.